Alrighty boys, what's going on? My name is Garrett Belmont. How y'all doing today? So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the things that are going to be coming in tomorrow's update on October 10th, which is going to be update 2 of Season 1. Now, if you guys don't remember, at the beginning of the season, we were told that we were actually getting 3 updates, but the developers listened to our feedback, and they actually combined update 2 and update 3 together. So now, update 2 is going to be one big update instead of us getting kind of like a shitty update, and they also brought the release date from the end of October to early October, which I think is overall a good thing. So the first big thing that I think a lot of people are like the most excited for with this update is going to be Ultimate Freyna. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I originally did not like Ultimate Freyna's base design, but the more and more I see it, the more and more it actually has been growing on me. It's a really nice design, honestly. I'm gonna let the promotional stuff play so you guys can see it real quick.
Money, power,
Alrighty, there she is. Honestly, she looks really good. Like I said before, I didn't really like her design originally, but now that I've seen it so many times, I like it. I really do. Now, in typical fashion, when we get a new Ultimate Descendant, we also get kind of like an Ultimate Descendant bundle. We actually get 2. One that comes with kind of like the bare minimum, and I believe the base price is like $60 for this one. And then we also get a souped up version that comes with things like energy activators, catalysts, a bunch of other cosmetics like back attachments and shit like that. So, excuse me. So I'm going to play that for you guys as well. I think a lot of you are going to really like this one. This one is definitely the Coomer skin.
rage, money, power,
Now, of course, with Ultimate Freyna, we are going to be getting some Ultimate Freyna specific mods. The ones in particular are going to be Toxic Mixture and Venom Injection. So these are going to be her new mods. If you guys want to read up on them, I will leave a link to the article that I am reading from in the description below if you guys want to read what those do. But for now, those are just her two new Transcendent mods that are going to be coming out. Lastly, in terms of Freyna, we're also going to be getting her Descendant-specific storyline, very similar to what we had during the launch of the first Descendant with Bunny. We are going to be having a story for Freyna that's going to be going into her past trauma and why she is Omega Goth Girl. So, yeah, honestly, I got to be honest with you, I really dig the Bunny specific story, so I'm really excited to see what the developers have in store. Based off of what we've seen, it seems like the developers, you know, when it comes to diving deep into that kind of like past history of each individual Descendant, it seems like they honestly know what they're doing compared to the rest of the campaign of the game. Alrighty, so next up is going to be Haley. So in the first update, we did not get Transcendent mods for Haley, but this time around, we are actually going to be getting her Transcendent mods. Her 2 Transcendent mods are going to be Super Cold Kuiper Round, as well as Cryogenic Cluster Shot. If you want to read what these actually do, I will leave a link in the description below to the article that I am reading from, so that I know so I can remember what's all coming in this update. Alrighty, so the next thing that we're going to be getting is a new Void Intercept boss battle, and that is going to be Stalker. Stalker is actually going to replace Gluttony in terms of the hardest Colossi fight that we have in the game, and as well as, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be seeing a nerf to Gluttony. The developers want their, of course, there needs to be that hard piece of content in the game, that kind of like pinnacle content, and for us, that is Void Intercept battles. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of them adding, like, Ultimate Freyna, which is a Toxic-based Descendant, and then adding a Toxic-based, Colossi in there as well. I feel like if they're going to add these, Ultimate Descendants as well as these Colossi fights, I feel like the elements should be different so that people can, actually go in and use them, but I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see. It's just kind of weird, especially in some of the promotional stuff where we see Ultimate Freyna going up against Stalker, and of course, this being the hardest fight, you're going to want as much, advantage as possible. So a lot of people are probably going to be running around with like Bunny or Sharon to get that electric damage. I highly doubt Sharon, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are just going to take their Enduring Legacies and put electric enhancement on. But either way, Deathstalker is going to be coming out. Now, in the what was it? The first update we got when we got Gluttony, we did see the Peacemaker hand cannon actually only be farmable from Gluttony. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to make it so that that weapon could actually be acquired outside of the Void Intercept battle. We'll have to wait and see. But I also don't know if Frostwatcher, which is going to be the new weapon that's coming into the game, that's going to synergize really well with like Haley or Viessa or any Frost type Descendant in the future, Chill type Descendant. I don't know if this is going to be a Deathstalker exclusive. We'll have to wait and see. Alrighty, so next up we are actually getting a new hard piece of content, which is going to be the 400% dungeons. These 400% dungeons, of course, are going to be the hardest dungeons in the game, but they're also going to be rewarding a specific currency that you can then trade into ETA 0, which is kind of going to be our Borrow Katir, our Zur, where we can trade in our materials. I guess in that case, in that realm, it's more akin to Borrow Katir, where, with Borrow, you can trade in your excess prime pieces, prime blueprints, stuff like that. You can get ducats, and then you can then spend those ducats on things like prime mods, weapons, stuff like that, whatever Borrow brings for that weekend that he's up. So so 400% dungeons is going to be like a new hard piece of content for us to be engaging in at the end game. I will say that I am happy that they're adding this, but I also think that we kind of need like a new piece of content. I think making players just kind of do the same dungeons over and over and over and over and over again is starting to really kind of wane on the, I don't want to say player morale, but it's starting to become a little too repetitive, and I think for a lot of people they really want to see something new, because realistically we didn't really get a whole lot of new with Season 1. It was kind of like just, okay, let's take the dungeons we had previously and let's just make them a little bit different, like slightly different, or make you go backwards in the dungeon or something like that. Add some really annoying puzzles. Well, they were annoying at the time, and call it a day. But we'll have to wait and see how these 400% dungeons actually work. I would imagine that you are going to probably need a fully, you're probably going to need to be fully stacked. You're going to probably have to have like full-on builds and stuff like that. Completely, I don't want to say completely min-max, but again, we're just going to have to wait and see. Alrighty, so the last couple things that we're going to be getting, first of all, just kind of get it out of the way, we are going to be getting some new cosmetics. These are going to be Halloween themed. So in the trailer, you guys saw some of like the prisoner outfit, like the pumpkin outfit, and yada yada yada. So we already seen some of these skins already, but lastly, this is going to be the thing that I think most people are going to be excited for, and that's going to be ETA 0. Now, as I explained earlier, ETA 0 is going to be like Borrow Katir, or probably more like Zur. He's kind of like a combination of both. Zur usually comes like every Friday, if I'm not mistaken, every weekend, and that's how ETA 0 is going to work compared to Borrow Katir, where he comes like, once every couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but in terms of the actual function of ETA 0, he's going to be more like Borrow Katir, where we can trade in our excess blueprints and parts and stuff like that, and we can take them to him, as well as get a specific currency from 400% dungeons, and we can trade these in for what have you. I really don't know yet. We still haven't seen what we can actually get, whether or not we can get like weapons, if we can get like parts, mods, cosmetics. We don't really know yet, so we're gonna have to just wait and see. And we also don't know if when the update comes out, because the update comes out on Thursday, which is again tomorrow, We don't know if the developers are actually going to let ETA 0 come out early. That way people can get their hands on him and kind of understand how he works early, or if we're still just going to have to wait until Friday. I don't really know. We're probably going to have to wait until Friday, which is going to come out the day after the update. So we'll have to wait and see, but I guess at least we won't have to wait like an entire week for ETA 0 to come out. We'll just have to wait like an entire day. But overall, that is the update that's going to be coming tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this update. Honestly, I think this is a relatively good update. Of course, we're going to be also getting quality of life changes as well as some bug fixes, which is always good. We might even see some Descendant buffs, but I'm not too sure about that. I will be reading the patch notes because this is a pretty substantial update. But overall, I'm pretty excited. Again, my two favorite things are going to be ETA 0 as well as Ultimate Freyna. But yeah, like I said before, let me know in the comments below what you guys are excited for. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Like always, my name is Garen Belmont, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.